Hey everyone, hope you're all doing good, and to end the year, here we are. We are talking about this guy. Now for some context, do you guys remember Excellent Plush Productions? Because I only sort of do. So he has been recently running a commentary channel, and it's pretty damn terrible. Yeah, CK, if you're seeing this, I'm not trying to be malicious or incite hate against you. I'm going to point out where you fall short, and hopefully it'll get through to your thick skull this time. I doubt you will, but for the sake of your dogshit reputation, and especially your content, please actually try and listen. We'll dive into the appearance, the analysis themselves, and point out some arguments he makes, as well as editing and all that other stuff, so let's get into it.
Cause it's so dogshit, literally every character. But if I have to say what character looks...
I think I'll just get this one fact out of the way. So at one point, this dude had a South Park OC to represent him, and it does look accurate to how he looks, but then he just replaced it with this, and this looks extremely goofy, and it looks like he made it in 2 minutes. But whatever, at least it's something, I suppose. As new videos kept coming out, the thumbnails, I guess, improved, you can say that. They get the point across fine, though sometimes they have the issue of being very cluttered. But otherwise, they look passable. The editing itself, holy shit, it's terrible. Images are just thrown up on screen without warning. Text always has crappy animations. Like, dude, just use a simple fade in and out for both. Not to mention he shifts from using sprites, which already look pretty poor, and then he switches to gameplay sometimes. Look, this is just very weak overall, so let's just move on to the videos themselves.
Cause it's so dogshit, literally every character. But if I have to say what character looks...
As for his first video, it's terrible. All it is CK yapping about MPK's video and why Logan needs to stop with the gay jokes. Which I'll admit, I thought it was dumb that MPK got so pissed about it. But at the end of the day, CK didn't handle this well. He calls out MPK for cussing Logan out, but he also proceeds to do that by calling him the N-word throughout the video. And he does that to literally everyone else he talks about. And CK, you really couldn't cut out the dead silence? Like, no, literally. If you watch all of his videos, there are several points where he says something, then pauses, takes a breath, and starts talking.
Long ass video. And I came to the
Not to mention, the video is extremely unappealing. It's just a background with a long, unending voiceover. As for the next three, they're just as badly edited. I won't speak on these two since I don't know about the situations themselves. And as for Rants, I'm not sure if I will discuss it, since it's very well known. So, CK, don't pull some shit on me by saying I'm defending them just because I'm not talking about it, like a certain person who we'll discuss later. The Jeffy's Universe rant was absolute garbage, and listen to this genius criticism here.
All I see on his channel is Jeffy.
And then he badly inserts a SpongeBob meme, which, like, dude, there are frames where you can see it pause before the meme fucking played. Like, how lazy are you? He then proceeds to call him this.
His brain rot, faggot ass rat.
He then tells him to grow up despite being younger than Jeffy's Universe and acting more childish than him. And at the end, he wishes death on him. Like, dumbass, keep it professional and not personal. This reminds me of when my content was childish. I'd say stupid shit about the people I spoke about, and it's cringy. Some other videos are pretty typical, him being an asshole and crossing the line as usual. But some are opinionated and even dramas which I don't know anything about, but what I'm here to talk about is his drama with MPK.
Cause it's so dogshit, literally every character. But if I have to say what character looks...
CK's drama with MPK is actually not at all about an opinion, but rather about the much more recent Ava Chris Tyson situation, which I won't discuss here, but essentially from what I could gather, it seems like MPK was trying to make a point about respecting Chris's pronouns, while not dismissing the terrible things she has done. Obviously, anyone with an ounce of basic thinking can understand this. Yes, she is a monster, but you must respect basic rights. And whether you agree or disagree with this, it's important to say MPK isn't defending Chris. He's made that extremely clear. And it's also important to get most details right anyway as a commentator, so there's that too. CK responded to this community post, and it was pretty terrible, as you could expect from him. He treats the situation poorly, drags it on for several minutes, and even brought me into it. The reason why was because I commented on MPK's community post saying I could give information so we could be more aware of CK's past actions, which line up with some of the stuff on his new channel. He of course makes fun of my appearance. He also says that I don't have any new clips of him saying transphobic or offensive shit. And it's like, CK, did he forget this video, which, by the way, he spends a majority of the time calling Chris a retard and says some very awful things in regards to trans people. So you saying you were a little kid saying this shit is invalidated by the fact that you still choose to say horrendous things. But now, let's move on to the last two sections.
Cause it's so dog shit, literally every character. But if I have to say what character looks...
I figured I'd throw this one at the end since it's just really short and also because it kind of does line up with the previous thing. So at one point I was mentioned in a community post by CK when his channel first started. And oh boy, I was excited, and I waited for around, I think, a week or two, and I said, okay, enough is enough, and I commented on it, and right away, he deleted it. He then commented on my channel, acting all friendly and shit, and now with the MPK situation, he seems to be fully ready to speak on me. Alright, with the creation of this video, CK, the next move is yours.
Cause it's so dog shit, literally every character. But if I have to say what character looks...
Yeah, this channel is pretty awful. Now, to be fair, I can't speak entirely on all these videos since some of them are dramas that I'm not aware of, but given how awful a lot of them are, and how much he manipulates information, I wouldn't be surprised if he did some other dumb shit. CK, for the love of God, why can't you just listen? Seriously, for the sake of your crappy content and even your comment section, grow the fuck up and start putting out better stuff. Anyways, to everyone watching, have a good rest of your year. I'm SMO Continuity, signing off.